You can't force desire into someone's heart if it isn't there. You can't wave a dream in front of someone and expect them to chase it just because it looks shiny. The truth is, a lot of people are accepting anything life throws at them simply because they haven't taken the time to decide what they truly want. That's the core of it. Knowing what you want. Not what someone else told you to want, not what looks good on paper, but what makes you come alive. What do you want in your relationship, in your family, in your health, in your bank account? How much do you want to earn? What kind of car do you want to drive? What kind of life do you want to wake up to? This isn't about luxury, it's about clarity. Because until you know what you want, you're just waking up every day like it's a mistake, like you accidentally ended up here. But once you figure it out, that's your job for the rest of your life. Wake up and chase it like your life depends on it. Because it does. The reason I speak the way I do, the reason it comes from deep in my chest, the reason it sounds like thunder, is because I'm not telling you about something I read in a book. This is my life. I've eaten from trash cans. I've slept in places no human being should sleep. I've had days where hope felt like a fantasy someone else got to live. I didn't get a new father. I didn't get a new pass. I didn't get a redo. What changed was me. I made a decision. I stopped waiting. I stopped blaming. I stopped pointing fingers. I stood up and said, "This is mine. This life is mine. I'm not waiting for permission anymore." I decided I would fight. I would grind. I would learn. I would push. Every single day I would pour every ounce of strength I had into becoming a victor instead of a victim. And something shifted. Not around me, inside me. There's something you need to understand, and I don't know how else to say it. Winners win. That's it. That's the secret. Winners win. You can't explain it in a formula. You can't break it down into a neat little box. It just is. And if you keep surrounding yourself with excuses, if you keep letting your circumstances define you, if you keep saying they did this to me or I wasn't given that, you're building a culture of losing. And once that culture sets in, it grows roots. You think I needed to be from New Zealand to learn from the All Blacks? I've never set foot in their stadium. I've never watched them play live. But I've studied them. Why? Because they're winners. And winners speak a language that goes beyond borders, beyond sports, beyond geography. They move differently. They live differently. And I wanted that energy. I needed it. Their fire helped me show mine. Their passion echoed mine. Because that's what winning does. It spreads. There was no perfect plan, no polished business cards, no multi-million-dollar budget, just a garage, some grit, and a refusal to give up. We went from nothing to something simply because we refused to focus on the lack. We focused on the goal. We didn't need everything to be perfect. We just needed to show up and grind. And we did, over and over again. That's how you win. You stop talking about it and you start doing it. Every day, with everything you've got. I used to think the world owed me something. That success would show up if I just waited long enough, worked hard enough in bursts, and hoped big enough. But I realized the bitter truth. No one's coming. No rescue team. No golden opportunity knocking at midnight. Nothing. The day I started winning was the day I admitted I was the one holding me back. People see winners and assume they've always been that way, but they don't see what came before. The doubt, the fear, the low self-esteem, the nights spent questioning if you're even worth the fight. That ugly, uncomfortable space where you've got to choose. Stay broken or crawl your way out. And let me tell you, it's sweeter on this side, but only because I earned every inch of it. It's wild how we demand guarantees from everyone else. 30 days or your money back. A warranty on everything we buy. But when's the last time you looked yourself in the eye and demanded something real from you? When have you said, "You know what? I let me down. Not my job, not my parents, not society, me. I didn't wake up early. I didn't stay committed. I showed up halfway and expected full results. And the moment I realized that, things started to change. I stopped blaming the world and started holding myself accountable. I stopped asking people to believe in me when I wasn't showing up for myself. I had to ask, why was I only giving 50%? Why did I keep making excuses? Why was I waiting for permission to be great? So I stripped it all down. No more late nights watching TV, no more pointless scrolling, no more giving in to distractions and weakness. I put myself on lockdown. I looked in the mirror and said, you owe you. You owe you discipline. You owe you effort. You owe you the life you dream about, because no one's going to hand it to you. You've been going around with a receipt saying life didn't give you what it promised. But did you deliver on your end? Did you show up every single day with everything you had? It doesn't matter if your father never showed up. Mine didn't either. So what? I'm not going to sit around waiting for closure or a perfect past to start building my future. Yeah, I'm a black man in America. Yeah, it's not a level playing field, but I refuse to be a victim of that. I refuse to wait for equality before I chase my greatness. Racism, it's real. It'll probably still be around when I'm gone. But it won't stop me, because I decided that the only person with the power to stop me is me. No connections, no shortcuts, no golden tickets. Just grit, just obsession, just relentless, uncompromising belief that I owe it to myself to keep climbing, to become someone I'm proud of. And that's the thing. When you get out of your own way, nothing and no one can stand in it.